What's up, guys? This is Jennifer Han. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is my journey to lose 100 pounds. Yesterday, I weighed in at 234.5 pounds, and this morning, I weighed in at 234.4 pounds. So that's a loss of the day of zero point 0.1 pounds. Yesterday, I had 1,580 calories and 176 grams of protein. So still losing weight, still in my calorie deficit, still hitting my protein goal. Um, Today I wanted to talk about fitness and different things that you can do to have fun with it. I know a lot of people don't like going to the gym. I personally do. Like, now that I've gotten back into it, like, I can't imagine skipping, like, a gym day, aside from my rest days, of course, but, now, I will admit, I don't like cardio, but cardio is good for you, so I do it every day. But I love weightlifting, so to me, like, going in and, lifting weights every day, if I can lift more weight or do more reps or sets or whatever, I'm happy with it. It's kind of like a competitive game against myself, so I really enjoy weightlifting. But I got to thinking, because, like, I'm working kind of weird hours right now. And when I get home from work, I get home at about like 11:30 p.m. from work, and I'm like, I'm not tired when I get home. It takes me a few hours to wind down, and I'm like, man, is there something I can do like in the meantime when I'm trying to like wind down, cuz I usually still have some energy, and you know, especially with being a single female walking around at night, going for a walk at night. That's not safe. My gym, it's not a 24-hour gym, so I can't go to the gym after work. So I actually used to do like boxing back in the day, not like professionally trained, obviously, or anything like that, but like, you know, I have a heavy bag, I have a speed bag, reflex bag, all that kind of stuff, and I enjoy boxing workouts. So all my boxing stuff was down in the basement, and I hauled it up 2 flights of stairs to bring it upstairs. So I'm going to start doing that after work, I think, instead of just kind of like sitting around saying, oh, like, can I go to sleep yet? Or whatever. Like, because I'm not like big into like TV shows. I don't really have any hobbies. So to me, like, that's just like a few hours of my day wasted, just kind of like doom scrolling at night. So I don't know. I thought that would be a nice little thing to get back into, because for me, it's fun. Honestly, you feel kind of like a badass like when you do boxing workouts, and so I'm having fun with that right now. But when I got to thinking about this topic, I was like, why do we as adults like we stop like playing? Like, not so much nowadays, but when most of us were younger, we were always outside playing, soccer, basketball, football, whatever. We were always doing some sort of activity, and you know, you become an adult, life happens, and you stop playing, but it's like I don't know why we do. Like, because there's still, active people our age, or we have kids or nieces or nephews or even grandchildren that you can still go out and play with. So I'm fortunate enough to have a little 8-year-old niece, and she still likes hanging around with her cool aunt at this time. So, I don't have any issues going to the park with her, riding bikes with her, jumping on the trampoline with her. I'm still always down to like, goof off and play around, but I think it's kind of important for us as adults to kind of get back to that mindset. Like, we just take everything so seriously as adults. And yesterday when I was at the gym, I was like, after my workout, I'm like, what about if I go next door, to our basketball area and shoot some hoops and play around that way? And I did, and I had a blast. I used to play basketball when I was a kid. I'm only 5'4" and out of shape, so I obviously didn't make it to WNBA, but I still had a good time. And I mean, by the end of it, I was sweating. I mean, I actually, sweat more and burnt more calories playing basketball than what I did with my whole, actual workout at the gym. So I'm going to start implementing that a few days a week. Might do that tomorrow. Tomorrow's my off day at work, so I'll have more time to kind of like mess around. But yeah, I'm going to start bringing boxing workouts back into my life, playing basketball a little bit, and we'll see what happens. I was actually thinking back, maybe I was still living in Chicago, maybe 11 or 12 years ago, I don't know, but I remember it was like when Pokemon Go was like a big thing and first came out, and for whatever reason, my 50-some-year-old mom at the time downloaded Pokemon Go. I think maybe my brother got her into it or something. But here my mom didn't know a thing about Pokemon, but she enjoyed that so much. And that woman walked the town trying to find different Pokemon. And I remember her calling me, she lived in a whole different state. She called me when I was living in Chicago. And she was like, "Oh, Jen, I still haven't caught that one little hussy yet." I'm like, "Hussy?" I'm like, "What are you talking about?" She's like, "Oh, that one Pokemon that's a hussy." I got to thinking, I was like, Jinx? And if you don't know anything about Pokemon, I'll insert a picture now. Yeah, she referred to Jinx as a hussy. She's like, "Yeah, I still haven't caught her yet." I was like, oh my god. So even my mom, 50-some years old, she didn't slow down. She was still out there having fun and playing around with, a stupid app on her phone. But I was talking to some friends about that, and we're all going to download Pokemon Go again and go out and just play and do stupid stuff, and we're going to get back into that. So that'll be another way to get some extra steps in, keep my walks more entertaining. But yeah, I guess my message of the day is just short and sweet. Don't take yourself too seriously. Have fun. Still get out there and try to play. Who cares? Like, I have a head full of gray hair and I'm out playing basketball. Gonna be playing Pokemon Go again. Like, don't take yourself too seriously. Life's too short. Like, and just think about some of the people who you admire. Like, I know I really admire people who are like older and just don't give enough, and they're just goofy and always joking around. Like, I admire those kinds of people. They have good souls. Like, I think it's funny as hell when I see an old person out on the street doing funny stuff and just still joking and making a joke out of things, making fun of themselves, things like that. So that's the kind of person I want to be too. So even though I'm 34, I don't know, I'm going to get back into all my old hobbies, basketball, boxing, Pokemon Go. But I'm just going to go out there and, try to have fun, and, we'll see where this adventure leads us. But that's all I have for today. As I mentioned earlier, I have tomorrow off of work, so weather permitting, it should be nice out. I'll do like a walk or something and film myself, do a little talk while I'm walking or whatever. I'll show you guys around my town a little bit. Very small town, but we'll see. We'll see if we can find anything interesting. But other than that, that's it for today, guys. I hope you guys have a great day. And once again, my name is Jennifer Han. And please remember to like the video and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Oh, I don't know. You guys may or may not want to see Bonnie, but here she is, our co-host. Co-host Big Bonnie. She was with us, behaving for once the whole time. So, just, hello. Alright, that's it. See you guys.